Yes, people, I started the gym and I was skinny and insecure. I hated the way I looked and I thought the only way to change that was through dirty bulking. So I set off on my journey. I started eating every food I could. I ate the pizzas, I ate the chocolates, I ate the cookies, any food that was there, I just started to eat it. And I kept doing this. I stayed consistent to this diet of eating any food as it was easy to do. I mean, you can eat the ice cream, you can eat the burgers, the chocolates, anything. So it was an easy diet to stick to. So I stuck to it for 6 months. And over those 6 months, I did gain some muscle. I did get a bit bigger. But the majority of the weight that I gained, it was all fat. I didn't look in the mirror and look really muscular and have abs still. Instead, I had a belly and I was bloated and I had spots. And it was all because I was eating these bad foods. I was eating the wrong foods for me, which made me gain fat and not much muscle at all. But then I found what I needed to eat and what to have to lose the fat and to gain muscle. And hi, my name's Keto. 2 years ago, I started this gym journey. I started as this skinny, scrawny guy. I didn't look good in the mirror. I felt insecure and I didn't like how I looked. But I was able to change that all. I was able to get in brilliant shape. I was able to look in the mirror and just feel pride, feel glad of who I am. But it was hard at first. It was really difficult to understand what to do. As I felt so lost and I felt just so lonely on my path. But to change that for you, click the link in the description now, as I'm offering free coaching. So click the link in the description now. But the first step I took was fixing my diet. I had to change from what I was doing. I had to stop eating all these junk foods, all these unhealthy foods for me, as it was not benefiting me at all. It wasn't building my muscle, instead it was building my fat. So I changed it all around. I fixed my diet, and that was the first step that I did. And how I did this is I added more healthy foods in each day. I stopped eating chocolates, I stopped eating sweets, I stopped eating burgers. Instead, I started eating healthy foods. I started eating the foods Mother Nature made for us. So I started eating meat, I started eating vegetables, started eating fruit, just these healthy whole foods, these foods that Mother Nature made. So each week I'd start to add a little bit more in. 1 week I'd have eggs for breakfast, and I'd have egg for breakfast, then chicken for lunch. I just started to keep adding the healthy foods and ripping away the unhealthy foods. So my main meals that I was having, breakfast, lunch and dinner, it was becoming more healthy. I went from eating shepherd's pie instead to eating mince. And I went from eating cereal for breakfast instead to eating eggs. And doing this took time and it was gradual. But as I kept doing it, it became easier and easier. So I was seeing the progress. So it motivated me to do it more and more. I was able to swap the main meals. I started to stop eating the shepherd's pie and instead eat the mince. But it was between meals. So the snacks that I had, as I was still snacking on chocolate bars, Belgian buns, sausage rolls, I was still eating all these snacks. So I had to stop these as well. And the best ways I did this was I started eating plain nuts and fruit. These two things, I ate these as the snacks instead of all the other ones. And it just allowed me to slowly transition through it, as I still craved for chocolate bars for a while. But as I kept on reducing them and eating more nuts and eating less chocolate bars, it started to become easier and easier until I was eating healthier and healthier again. I also, instead of snacking so much, I started to only eat the main meals, and I'd snack if I was extremely hungry. So I just stopped the habit of snacking. I stopped snacking each day. Instead, I just tried to stick to the main meals, and I'd have a snack of fruit or nuts if I was extremely hungry. But stick to the main meals. I needed to stick to the main meals, as those were the healthy meals, and if I could stick to those, then I'd be better. But the final step that I had to take that gave me the last little bit of progress and allowed me to get the muscle and lose the fat was cutting out sauce. At first, I really didn't want to do it. It's every meal I'd have ketchup, I'd have those Nando's sauces, barbecue sauce, I'd have every sauce on them, and it muted my taste buds. All I would taste is the sauce. I never actually tasted the chicken or the steak or the burgers. Instead, I just tasted the sauce. And I had to stop this, and I had to stop it gradually, as I was so addicted to them and I couldn't go without them. So I had to start cutting out the sauces that I had each day and just having less and less. So I slowly reduced the amount of sauce. I slowly stopped eating as much and stopped putting so much on my chicken or on my burger. And through time, I've got to a point where I just don't eat sauce. But the main thing you've got to do for any of these is just to slowly reduce them. Slowly reduce the snacks, slowly reduce for burgers, pizza, and slowly reduce the sauce. As if you just go cold turkey. I found that I crave them so much. If I just stopped eating chocolate bars, I would crave them so much and I just would want more and more. And I'd get to a point where I went cold turkey for a bit. I stopped eating any. I'd get to a point where I was so craving them that I ate one, but I couldn't just eat one. I just kept on eating loads and loads of them. But when you just slowly reduce it, when you don't eat any, you eat loads in the end. But if you slowly reduce it, you just start to eat less and less, and it becomes natural to eat less and less for you. But that was all for this video, so thank you for watching. Please click the link in the description now for the free coaching. But thank you, I'll see you in the next video.